shock this is for our viewers just turning in. Look, this is a vibrant democracy in South Korea. This is the first time a president of South Korea has declared martial law in the democratic era. Now the parliament voted to overturn that. But it is an extraordinary move, and it's something that Americans should be paying attention to. What is President Biden saying right now?
Yeah, as we were discussing before, when I saw these headlines coming into my inbox, I was completely stunned. I mean, it is so extraordinary what we have seen over the last few hours in South Korea. As you pointed out, martial law has not existed in South Korea since the 1980s. I was born there in the very last year that there was a military dictatorship in the country, right before there was the first democratic presidential election that elected Roh Tae-woo at the time. I think Mike was making this point before. For people in my parents' generation and my grandparents' generation, the kinds of scenes we are seeing and the headlines that we are talking about, that is not history for them. They lived through these moments and moments of upheaval and violence when they were growing up. So I cannot imagine how shocking this must be for the folks actually in the country, and to have this come out in an unplanned address practically in the middle of the night.
Right.
None of this was expected. As for the reaction from here in Washington, obviously the president is not here. President Biden is traveling in Angola right now. We have heard basically nothing from the president himself so far. All we have right now is a statement, actually just a sentence from a National Security Council spokesperson saying the administration is in contact with the ROK government and is monitoring the situation closely. I've asked the White House, well, at some point, are we going to hear from the president? Are we going to get a sense of what his reaction is to this, so that we have a better sense of what position the United States government is going to take as all of these scenes are unfolding? And I do think we should talk about the Biden-Yoon relationship and the U.S.-South Korea relationship. This is a president, as you know, who has made real efforts to build up and foster and strengthen the U.S.'s alliances with countries like South Korea and Japan. In 2022, when he made his first trip as president to Asia, he visited Korea and Japan. Last year, you might recall that he hosted Yoon Suk-yeol for a state visit at the White House, really rolling out the red carpet for this president, this South Korean president that just did something so unprecedented. You would think this would be a good moment for the president and this administration to really weigh in. So far, nothing yet.